feels good to win.
Just start things off, can you just tell us about the team's mentality and getting a bounce-back win today?
Well, we just talked all week about, value in winning and being better teammates. And, it was pretty good effort overall. And we did the things that we needed to do to win. Just come out and take the heart away from, the opponent and able to run the ball pretty good. And once again, defense continued to play really well except for one play.
After a couple weeks of the offense kind of struggling to get things going, what did you see? What impressed you today with the offense?
Well, I thought up front we were coming off the ball a little bit better and executing. Really, our left side was doing pretty well. Garrison and Brock Henningsen, and with the counter tray and pulling and moving well, and it was fun to. It's fun to be able to run the football and be able to take the opponent's heart away from them.
And we have to ask about Max Evans-Pryor. Just what kind of boost did he provide on both sides today?
Max is a heck of a football player. He's a lot of fun to watch. It doesn't matter whether he's on defense or offense. He plays the game the right way. He's fast and physical, and he plays with passion. So it's a lot of fun to watch. And I'm glad Max is on our team.
Would you say he's more of a bowling ball or a freight train? What's your adjective of choice for him?
I think he can be whatever he wants to be, and whatever he needs to be. I think he's just going to continue to get better and better. I like to get the ball in his hands, and he finishes runs well.
A little banged up coming into this one. What did you like from some of the guys stepping up into roles that they haven't been in thus far this season?
Well, I was very pleased with everybody in their effort and stepping up, and a couple guys that really stepped up for us tonight on offense was Hakeem Alali and Caden Gaona at receiver. We're pretty depleted at that position, and people stepped up. We came into this game minus 9 starters and with injuries, and so. To be able to perform as well as we did, it speaks to the effort that these kids put in.
You go back to last week, you talked about some of the execution issues with the under center stuff. You go back to that in the third quarter. What did you like out of that as they were able to move the ball down the field?
Well, we're getting better. It's just simple things that kids have to get better at. We need to get better at blocking and tackling. We're still real high all over the place, but to be able to execute a snap from underneath center is something that a high school football player needs to be able to do, and we continue to work at it, and we continue to get better. It's once you go underneath center, it just adds another layer to what the defense needs to defend, and so we need to try to continue to add to the offense and be able to do simple things.
And how good was that front seven defensively, really, outside of just that one play?
Yeah, it was one play where we slanted wrong and just opened up that gap. And so, it was early in the game, but coaches got it corrected. There's a couple times where, we weren't quite sure with that play action. And as little as they throw, it's very difficult to cover all the passes. A couple times that some people were open, but the inaccurate pass, or we put pressure on the quarterback and made him throw a bad ball, and he got lucky that way. But the defense really played lights out.
We play a contender in Wichita Northwest next week. What do you have to watch out for them?
Well, they're very talented, and they have size and speed and on both sides of the ball. So, we're going to enjoy this one and get to work this weekend on Wichita Northwest, and hopefully we get a few guys back healthy and add to our roster a little bit and take a good team down there and give them a good competition.
Last time you guys played in this stadium, it was the state championship. Obviously came up short in that. Was that something that you thought of when you came here? Well,
we've been in Emporia State here for the last several years, quite a few times, and growing pretty familiar with our surroundings. But this is just Manhattan South.
Yeah, so I didn't see J.J. Dunnigan on the sideline. Where was he tonight?
No comment.